Hello YouTube, my name is F.D.G and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. So, if you saw the last video, we were in the Tier 7 German battleship Bismarck. And that means one thing, and it also means we have finished something. And as you can see, right in front of you, we have the F.D.G. So, this is going to be the last video on the German battleship line. The battleship line, not the battlecruiser line. So, yeah. Let's get right into it, shall we? So, Commander, we are running Dr. Von Roth, with Cunningham and John Fisher. Now, Fisher. You could change Fisher just for the ship for either auto select for AP shell damage or Palo Drevel for more reload. I tend to go for Fisher just because of this insane little range build. I think you'll see why, but then again it does have a little bit of a downside, and that's the accuracy. So I think you should keep on Andrew Cunningham for this. So yeah, plus obviously more accuracy just it comes in handy. But everything else exactly the same: flammable cannoneer, drive and drill bits, marksmanship, reaching out XXL, and fight fire with fire. We are legendary 3, rank 16. Okay, so upgrades. So we have aiming systems mod 1. We have steering gears mod 2. But we have target acquisition system mod 1. Not concealment, target acquisition mod. Now, you could go concealment, but it's going to reduce the amount of range you can use. The max range you can use with this is 19.9 kilometers. Anything above that, you cannot shoot. Okay, so if they're in your range and they're over 19.9 kilometers, you will not be able to see them. But with this, you can. And you can see beyond 19.9 kilometers, which does come in handy with this. And we are running main battery mod 3 because secondaries on this thing aren't particularly good. So yeah, plus it's a big hull for this ship. So yeah, and it's epic. It's an epic mod. So yeah, as you can see, we are fully upgraded, and we do get a 4th upgrade, which is the artillery, the 420mm L48 DRH LC40s, which increases the caliber to 420mm, which is the biggest guns you can get at Tech Tree, or in the Tech Tree, I think. I'm not sure. I think they are. But yeah. Loadout. Just going very quickly because I need to get this in one video. Seaplane, obviously spotter plane for extra accuracy. I tend to go for a rare credit booster at tier 8 and legendary because you can lose a lot of credits between them two tiers, and because we're running a range build, why not have the epic booster, because we get plus 3% of main battery range. So I mean, why not? And we have the shadow camo because it just looks sexy in the ship. It just does. And we have Von der Tann on. No, that wrong. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. There we go. I pressed something. Right, we've done loadout. Specs, I'm just going over the artillery. Okay, so main battery, you've got the 420mm L48 DRH LC40s, you've got 4x2 of those, reaching out to a maximum of 22.3 kilometers of range. I think this is the furthest the game can give you. I think you can get slightly further, but this is the furthest I've ever gotten. So yeah, very, very good. Reload time is 25.2 seconds and turn time is 30.6 seconds. HE shell damage is 5,000 with a 41% 5-second chance, which I had no idea about. So the HE can be good, actually. I've never really tried it, though. And AP shell damage is 14,580, because why not? They are 16 something inch guns, 16 point something inch guns. So yeah, and they do punch. Well, they can, anyway. Secondaries, you've got the 105mm L65 DOP LC38. You've got 8x2 of those. Reaching out to 8.4 kilometers, reloading in 3.3 seconds. Doing a HE shell damage of 1200 with a 5% 5-second chance. And then you've got the 150mm L55 SKC28s. Got 6x2 of those, reaching out to 8.4 kilometers again, but reloading in 7.5 seconds with a 1700 HE shell damage with a 8% 5-second chance. Now, you may think they're similar or familiar, because they're the exact same secondaries the Bismarck has, but slightly worse. So yeah, I wouldn't really run a secondary build on this ship. Okay, not really worried about statistics, but armor. Okay, this is where this ship really comes in. So, as you can see, we have an icebreaker. If you don't know what an icebreaker is, it's basically the belt, but it covers more of the upper bow than just covering the lower bow. So as you can see, that it just shoots back up. So from the belt, goes across, then shoots back up, goes across, and then shoots back down on the other side, and then goes across. That is your icebreaker. And that is 50mm. And then you've got the 32mm on the top of the bow, so you cannot be overmatched by any other ship except for the Yamato and the ARP Musashi or Musashi. But honestly, those two ships are exactly the same, and they have 18-inch guns. 457mm guns cannot overmatch 32mm of armor. They cannot. They're slightly under, like 0.9 something under. If they were 18-inch guns, yes, but no, not 17.99 inch whatever guns. It's only 460mm that can overmatch 32mm of armor. So just keep that in mind. Same with the bow though. That is 32mm everywhere, except for the extended belt on both sides. If you take all this away, we are left with the gigantic citadel, which is just slightly above the waterline. But yet again, it's German, so of course we're going to have this big turtleback. Which, again, they all come in handy. They really, really do. But, yet again, if we take this away and we look at the side plating, it is slightly angled. It's more of the bow that makes it slightly angled, but if you turn the camera slightly around, just about there, it is flat as hell. Literally a wall, if you were to look at it from the waterline or just from the bottom of the hull. It is literally a wall, a flat horizontal wall that can get penned very much, like literally a lot. You go broadside, say bye bye to 20 HP, bye bye to 30 HP. Maybe bye-bye to 50 HP if you're unlucky, because I've done it before and it is beautiful on my end, not on their end. If I were on their end, I'd slam my control into the screen and say goodbye to legends, because, yeah. Germans, am I right? Oh, a bit laggy there because I just finished the game. But, anyway, yeah. flat armor does not go well with this ship at all. So you go broadside. No, so say goodbye to HP. So angle. Use your icebreaker as an advantage. Use your armor. Use your turtleback as an advantage. Just don't go broadside. Plus, you have a massive hull, which is another downside to it. So yeah, not the greatest thing in the world. But anyway, overview. Secondary reach, above average secondary battery range, yes and no. It's got 0.6 kilometers of range less than the, what do you call it, the Bismarck. But the secondaries are the same, so they can do some stuff, but they go everywhere, like the Bismarck. Tough, above average HP rating, yes, it has 84,000 hit points, which is the most at the tier, I think. No, it's not. It's actually Sovietsky Soyuz at 88,000. This is the second most healthiest BB at tier 8. But I mean, I'm not surprised because of how big the hull is and how big the superstructure is. Ironclad, above average armor thickness, greater resistance to all forms of armor penetration. Yes, it's gone all throughout the entire German battleship line, and it carries on to legendary as well, both Prussian and Große first. So yeah, as well as tough, I think, on Prussian, I'm not sure. So yeah, F.Der.Große, that is its full name, F.Der.Große, or F.Der.Große. I just call it F.D.G for short. A project developed as part of a program for a large-scale expansion of the German Navy, a further development of the Bismarck-class battleships with more powerful main battery guns and enhanced AA defences. She was designed in 1939, but she was never built. So let's have a look at her. Honestly, she's pretty nice. I think the guns are a bit. I'm not sure what the guns. I think they're just like too long. Like literally the barrels. Like the barrels are literally longer than the actual turret itself. Which I'm not used to seeing. It's really weird. But yeah, very, very nice ship. You can do a lot of stuff with it as well. And the range. My god, the range is insane on this ship. So if you can, go for a range build, but be warned, your accuracy does differ at the ranges, especially at longer ranges. So, like, you know, you choose. But I tend to go for this build. But anyway, with that being said, let's get into the gameplay. Alrighty then, so we are on Two Brothers, and obviously we're in the tier 8 German battleship F.D.G, or F.Der.Große if you want to just say the full name, but I tend to go for F.D.G just because it's a little bit too much to say when you're playing and you're like it's getting a little bit too quick for you, and you know you're rushing and everything, and yeah, it just tends to get a bit overwhelming. Say the full name. So yeah, we're on Two Brothers. We are on the right side, not my favourite side. I'm being completely honest, but because we have around 22.3 kilometers, we can actually go out and create a crossfire further down, further around on the flank. Now, because you've got longer range, the accuracy can differ with this ship. So, say if you were to shoot a battleship at full range, say 22 kilometers, and you've got your spotter plane up and everything, your accuracy could be bad, but about 90% of the time it's going to be good with the spotter plane. But about 50% of the time without the spotter plane it's going to be bad. And the other 50% is going to be really good. But you've got to think though, because at longer ranges, your shells are more likely to shatter. So you just need to keep in mind that the longer range isn't always the better. I just tend to go for longer range because you'll be able to create crossfires and ships that don't even know where the shells are coming from because they don't have that amount of range, which is just so hilarious. But anyway, we've got the Veneto over here. He is battle tank, slightly over angled to us, so we're just going to shoot him in the superstructure. Only a few shell hits. Obviously, the shell grouping on the ship isn't that bad, to be fair. This is actually the only game I played in this to obviously record the game and everything. Literally the first game out of the gate. But obviously we've got a split here. He is just screwed. He's very close to being dead, but he does get away because the split's radar does run out, which is a shame. But if it does get spotted again, he will just be dead. And he won't exist, which is good. And if you haven't noticed, it is a carrier match. So the AA is going to sorry about that. The AA is going to play, have a part in this. And obviously, if you can't tell, Veneto has smoked up. I don't know why he would have smoked up, but he just has. And he's there. He's gone broadside. So we're just going to pop that spotter plane up and shoot our guns. It'd be nice if we shot the full, all of our guns at the same time. But yeah. And I was expecting a Citadel here. I really was expecting a Citadel here, but because he was turning out, he was lowering his Citadel, so it reduced the chance of Citadeling him, which is a shame, really. Which is a shame because I know I would have been able to at least take about 40% of his health, if not 50%, which is just, it is what it is. Obviously, those shells were horrendous at the Chapayev. So we're just going to try and ignore the Chapayev as best as we can. The DD does get spotted because the split does have his radar up again. There he is, and we're just going to take a shot at him, see if we can finish him off, and we do finish him off, which is really good. Veneto is doing Veneto things, Italian things, if you want to add, and he is broadside. Split is very, very, very close to being dead. Accuracy on this shot is looking really, really nice, but he just stays there. I was expecting him to go forwards, but annoyingly he actually stayed there. Which is a shame, but, you know, it is what it is. And as you can see, I am pushing, and that's because, obviously, I've got the armour, I've got the HP, which is really good. The guns are really nice as well, reloading at 25 seconds. I don't know how I ricocheted on the Chapayev's bow, but we're just going to ignore that. I just realised we've got a Connecticut in this game as well, at tier 8. Yeah, I know, crazy. Matchmaking, am I right? Especially in divisions. Wargaming really does need to fix that. A tier 6 should not be in a tier 8 match. Anyway, Veneto goes broadside again, and we do catch him. And we actually get the Citadel on him. Yay, 19k, finally. Chapayev is starting to burn us, which is I think one of the downsides. These bigger German battleships, you've got massive superstructure, and HE is not your friend. But this is what I mean about the long ranges. You can create a crossfire on the ships that are broadside, like the Georgia. I think the accuracy is pretty nice on this shot. I think, yep, it's alright, but as you can see, we just got shatters and overpens. This is what I mean at longer ranges, which is slightly annoying. And as you can see, the carrier is now coming over here to focus us, which is not ideal for us, but it does miss our ship. Torpedoes do miss. And I thought I was dodging this island here, but clearly not. Which is not good, because the carrier is now going to catch us with torpedo, I think. Yes, he is. Yep, which causes a flood, which then forces us to set our or put out our flood, causing us to give the chap I have an advantage of setting fire to us and potentially perma-firing us. Obviously, second arrows are going off now at 8.3 kilometers. As you can see, they just go everywhere. They really do. I mean, because you've got so much range, you could actually put Otto Celiacs on instead of Franz von Hippe on a secondary build. And we do kill the Veneta with close quarters. I didn't realise this when I was actually playing this game, until further on in the game. But yeah, Chapayev is here. We do have 30 seconds cooldown for our consumable though, damage control party, which is good. Chapayev is here. Is broadside, but is very lucky. Which is a big shame really, because I would have been able to dev strike him if the accuracy was slightly better. But obviously not. We do go dark though, which is great, and we don't have any more heals because it's tier 8, and like apparently you can't have 2 heals with this ship. But then you look at bloody Delaware, Maine, and all that. But Chapayev comes out here broadside and bonk. Thank you for your health. He is very lucky to live though. He is extremely lucky to live. And we need to kill him as soon as possible, because if he sets a fire to us, we're done for. But luckily, because our superstructure is already saturated, it's actually going to help us live. It does set a fire on us though, but the carrier, the Lord and Saviour carrier, is coming over here to help us. Obviously Chapayev has beached, so that'll give us an advantage, and thank God the carrier was here. He kills the carrier, and I put out the fire, leaving us with 3,194 HP. Okay, now the carrier, if you haven't seen already, is actually mid, and then we've got the 2 battleships. The carrier's mid. Why? I have no idea. It's just the Lexington is doing carrier things, and apparently it's better to be in the mid than no. But out it comes, fully broadside to us. And I don't know why he hasn't noticed I was here. I think he does at the end of the game or something. Well, like, it's fully broadside. I think this should have been a dev strike, but it wasn't. I don't know how. Oh, I know. Overpens. It's a carrier. I can't bloody dev strike him. Let's try again. The carrier, our carrier is actually shooting him as well. He is slowing down. So we're just going to aim a little forwards than usual. Don't lead him much. And dev strike? No. Try number 3. 3rd time's the charm. Hopefully we can get him gone. Like, this is what I mean. It's not even. He doesn't even know where we exist. You know, so like, you need to pay attention to them. He's got to be feeling this with his controller. If he has controller vibration, he's got to be feeling it. But we take down the carrier, and that takes us up to 147,000 damage. We did get the Pitadel on him, And yeah, that'll be game. The enemy ship will. Yep, Georgia goes down, and that's victory. That is victory. And honestly, this is probably the most fun I've had in F.D.G in a long while. 2700 base XP is not too bad. Second on the leaderboard, I'll take it. 147,000 damage, 3 kills, 3 citadels, high cal, close quarters. Not too shabby, I must say. So if you liked this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you want to see more Path 2s, because we are on the French next. Oui. So, if you want to see more videos like this, leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the corbeille. Goodbye.